Before we start this video, can I give a shout out to my NBA channel? The NBA season has just started, so I thought I should make some more NBA content. Check it out if you're an NBA fan, but if you're not, don't check it out. Let's just get to the video. Let's go. The CP0. The CP0, a pretty crazy group, something that took the whole community by storm when we first saw them in Dressrosa, a group that was way superior to the CP9, and we saw the difficulties of CP9 pre-time skip. We all were with that hype. CP0, we wanted to see the new members and these new characters that have been dealing in the new world. The first time we see these guys, there's 3 people, and they all different in size. There's one that's really tall, one that's medium tall, and then there's the one who's leading them in the middle. We expect he's the leader, but we're not too sure. I also want to say this, that the reason why they were at Dressrosa was to save Doflamingo's ass, and you saw that Doflamingo, his power, the way he can manipulate the Celestial Dragons to help him. Yeah, he was definitely a schemer, joker, but definitely the CP0 were scary people. Like, even they all knew, Robin, Law, they all knew that these guys are definitely incredible foes. Now, like I stated, the CP0 work under the Celestial Dragons. We've seen this when Akainu was pissed off at the Gorosei for the whole Doflamingo situation, but then he found out, oh, it's CP0, how they went over your head. So that was kind of crazy. You see, the Gorosei have the Marines, and I believe the Gorosei have the CP0, but the Marijoa. This is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. The Celestial Dragons are number 1. The Gorosei are number 2. The CP0 and the Marines are tied for number 3. But the Celestial Dragons can control the both, and the Gorosei, since the Celestial Dragons have a superior edge in the Gorosei, that's why they went over their heads. That's how I saw it to be. You could say that I might be wrong. What do you feel the ranking is in the comment section, but that's how I see it. The fact that Rob Lucci was a CP0 member, it kind of surprised me because we know the whole situation of CP9 chasing him and that whole cover story. But I do want to say this, it kind of did not surprise me because Rob Lucci was the strongest member of CP9 of all time. So you definitely think that he should go to the next level, which is CP0. I don't think he's the strongest character in CP0 like a lot of people are saying, but I do think he's probably like mid-tier to like he's gonna get to that level of high tier. But the high tier, I feel like characters are new characters we just haven't seen before. I think we've seen some of them in Dressrosa, but I'm not too sure. I also want to say this, that people did not know this, but Kaku, yes, the character known as Kaku from CP9, he's also a member of CP0 because he was on the transponder snail, and they had his voice actor too, and they had his dialogue. So Kaku is a member of the CP0, and with Kaku being a member of CP0, I could say that most likely Jabura, who was pretty much the same level as Kaku, and then Bluno, who is the part of the top 4. I think that these guys are probably going to be in CP0. And when it comes to the rest of the CP9, I'm not too sure. I think it would be kind of cool if they're all in CP0, but they would have to be low tier CP0. So I definitely think that it's going to be interesting what happens next with this CP0 thing. I definitely can include one of the most hated characters, One Piece, Spondum. Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to include him first because I was shocked though. Spondum is CP0, but I'm thinking, how did Spondum get to CP0 at the whole catastrophe of Annie's lobby? I think it might have to do with his father, Spawn, dying. Maybe his father's a part of CP0. I'm not too sure, but I definitely think that Spondum being a part of CP0 is definitely going to have a role to play when it comes to the story. Now, we definitely know that the revolutionaries, pretty much their adversary right now is the CP0. Dragon even said that these guys are getting really strong. Watch out for the CP0. And we also seen that CP0 went all the way to Dressrosa just to see the revolutionary army. So these guys are beefing, and we're definitely going to see a war, an epic battle between these two forces. I kind of feel like, you know how Luffy has the early Yonkos of Big Mom and Kaido right now? I feel like revolutionaries have the CP0 before they go against the Marines and the world government and the Gorosei. So the CP0 is like their first adversary, and I'm definitely excited to see what happens between these two parties. Now, spoiler alert for you anime onlys, I don't want to spoil you guys, so maybe mute the video for a little bit until this segment, but I want to say this, we do know that Blackbeard clashed with the CP0, and I'm thinking, okay, people gotta understand, if the CP0 are confident enough to go against a Yonko in a clash, that means the top tiers on the CP0 must be crazy strong. I get this, I think they're between Yonkos and Yonko Commander level, Admiral level, who knows, they might be Admiral level, we're not too sure what level they are at, but I do want to say the CP0, the strongest guys in there are gonna scare me, and they're gonna be really strong, and I can't wait to use them in the next Burning Blood or the next Pyro Warriors 4, I'm just joking. Now, for the future of the One Piece story, I definitely see Sabo fighting a CP0 member, a top tier CP0 member. The reason why I say this is because we know the Celestial Dragons control the CP0, and there was a Celestial Dragon in Sabo's past who almost killed him. We all thought Sabo was dead because the Celestial Dragon had killed Sabo. So the fact that with this Celestial Dragon and Sabo have a reunion, and then they go against each other with a CP0 member fighting for a Celestial Dragon, I can definitely see that plot playing out with that. I definitely do want to say this: Luffy versus Lucci. I would be crazy to say that I don't want another clash between these two characters. The greatest fight in One Piece is Luffy versus Lucci in Enies Lobby, and I definitely think there's going to be some old history there. I can see a clash happening in the beginning of an arc, but the funny thing is, I also think that they're not going to have another full fight. I think they might work together on some smoker-ish. I'm not too sure, yo. They might work together, and that might really anger the CP0 top tiers. I'm not too sure, but that'd be a crazy plot point. I definitely want to say this, yo, I'm really excited for more on the CP0 and more action we're going to get with them. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about CP0? Tell me your theories, your predictions, how strong you think they are. I want to hear all of it in the comment section. Like and share if you enjoyed. Like and share only if you enjoyed. And subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the LegendMac, and I'm gone.